Now, this all comes less than 24 hours after Gunna entered a plea deal for his release from jail. Young Thug and Gunna are two of 28 defendants charged in this RICO case. All 28 members of the Young Slime Life record label, which prosecutors are accusing of having a connection to street gang activity. Motion hearings for Young Thug and other YSL members happening right now. Our team is there. We will be sure to bring you the very latest online and here on air. Here is a look at the moments Atlanta-born rapper Gunna walked out of the Fulton County Jail late yesterday afternoon. The rapper, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors to make this all happen. Now, Gunna will not have to stand trial early next year with rapper Young Thug and the more than 24 other defendants who prosecutors say were part of a racketeering conspiracy. And despite Gunna releasing a statement saying otherwise, documents from his plea deal show if called to testify when his co-defendants head to trial, the rapper would have to take the stand. John Sherrick on that part of the story for us.
Gunna's Sergio Kitchens leaving the Fulton County Jail 7 months after he'd surrendered. He is a free man. The man Fulton County prosecutors had said was deeply involved with rapper Young Thug and 26 others in a violent gang called YSL. Gunna pleaded guilty to 1 count of racketeering, and it was an Alford plea, meaning Gunna does not admit to doing anything wrong, despite pleading guilty to the charge.
I'm pleading guilty, but not admitting I'm guilty. It's just legal jargon, legal maneuvering, but it's the same as a regular guilty plea.
Atlanta attorney Daryl Cohen, who is not part of the case, says prosecutors likely just wanted Gunna out of the way as they focus on trying to convict the others.
Because he's a minor player, so it's just going to clear the deck, if you will, to give us, that is the prosecution, an opportunity to go after the big players in this case.
Gunna was charged with just 1 count of racketeering in the massive indictment. He was accused of dealing in drugs and stolen merchandise along with other alleged gang members. By contrast, Young Thug Jeffrey Williams was indicted on 8 counts. Gunna made it clear in a public statement released by his attorney that his deal with prosecutors does not require him to be a prosecution witness against the others. Quote, "I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case."
He's trying to save his cred and his world.
Gunna says that as part of his deal with prosecutors, he will now, as he put it, try to educate young people that gangs and violence only lead to destruction.
Man, that boy Gunna just snitched. Ain't no way you can make a plea deal with your boy locked up as the kingpin of a gang, and your plea deal is you have to say y'all in a gang, and what you was representing is a gang. When you say make that statement and say you are, that means you snitching. It seems everybody snitching nowadays, that's for sure. You know, that's why you gotta keep this mask on, because people snitching, and it seems to be contagious. You know, everybody is making their own excuses of why they snitch. They don't make an excuse that, oh, he was dead. Oh, I talked to him before he died, and he told me it's okay to snitch on him. All those are excuses. You know what I mean? Principles. If you stand on principles, you're gonna take whatever time they give you. Simple as that. Or try to beat it a different way. That's why all the people who stood on 10 and took their time, they real. I know people don't get that. You know, like, man, why am I gonna do all this time in jail? Because you got principles. That's why it's called principles and integrity. You know, if you get into a jam, you already knew those consequences already. So if you ain't want to get involved with it, don't get involved with it. When you stand next to a person and you know what's happening, you taking those consequences right then and there. And you reaping the benefits of it too, because you want to scream and yell whatever you representing, because it's all good and gravy for you, because they got your back and they're going to demonstrate when things get out of order, somebody come at you, right? But then when them people come get you, the same thing that protected you you gonna fold. Yeah, that's a damn shame. But it's just nowadays people don't got morals and principles and integrity. They don't stand on business. They're gonna make some type of excuse why they can't stand on business. Stop making excuses. Just don't get involved in. You know, stay being a square, stay being a lame, stay out the way. Don't get involved in nothing. Stop talking tough. Stop acting like, you know, you gonna do something. Stop rapping about it. Just go sing or something. You know what I mean? Be a singer. You know, do something that's in your, that you know that you're not trying to act tough with, and that goes for everything. You know, I'm sick and tired of people who don't stand on principle. You know, I'm sick and tired of people complaining about shit when they already knew the consequences before they got involved with something. You know what I mean? So stop acting like you knew when the pressure comes. Now you want to fold. I'm from that school where we represent, you know what I mean? Period. And then when things happen, it happens. You just got to stand tall and stand on principle and take your time as a man or a woman. Because women, and I, you know, from the school I'm from, they did the same thing. They took their time. They wasn't snitching. They wasn't folding for no reason. But nowadays, you got, ain't no man of honor. Ain't no women of honor. It's all goofies, all lames, you know. So you got to watch who you're around. That's for sure. And the game is so twisted. People think just because they knew somebody for 10 years, 15 years, that person is your friend. Just because they've been around you don't mean they're your friend. You don't even know the principles that makes a friend. What makes a friend? You know what I mean? You don't even know what those principles are because there's yes people around you and the goofies. But let me get off this thing. You know, that's all I got to say about that.